For every animation channel loved by millions, there are always others that are just as hated. Starting off with one of YouTube's most subscribed educational channels, Kurzgesagt. Kurzgesagt began in 2013 when German designer Philipp Detmer decided to try something simple and ambitious. Explain big ideas clearly. Kurzgesagt's animation is instantly recognizable with its clean geometry, meticulous timing, and carefully balanced color palettes. People don't simply admire the visuals, they respond to the care behind them. Kurzgesagt talks about life, death, the cosmos, and meaning, with a tone that is honest and humane. Their videos make difficult topics approachable and leave viewers with a rare outcome, calm, clarity, and a renewed sense of wonder.
What if we made a big pile of bombs and exploded every nuclear weapon in the world all at once? Strangely enough, we couldn't find a good source to answer this question to our satisfaction. So, we gathered together a few scientists to calculate what would happen and find an answer to this extremely important scientific problem once and for all.
Their videos are referenced in classrooms, shared in conversations, and praised across fields for their clarity and craft. Kurzgesagt videos are not just filled with science but deep wisdom. They make me re-evaluate my life. What makes Kurzgesagt beloved is simple: attention to truth and attention to form. Months of research, careful scripting, and deliberate animated videos to make learning feel intentional and humane. When people watch Kurzgesagt, they do not just gain facts, they gain perspective.
We want to explain complicated things in an easily graspable way and make sciencey topics fascinating and beautiful. But we also want to tell stories and express how we feel about the universe from time to time.
While Kurzgesagt proves that education can be elevated through animation, the opposite could be said for one of YouTube's most controversial animators, Rocky Racoon. Rocky Racoon started his YouTube channel on November 7, 2015. His early uploads tapped into viral trends, featuring popular characters, looped animations, and remixed music. His animations spread quickly, riding the wave of online trends and instantly catching the eye of curious viewers.
Did I stutter?
But this success has a shadow because Rocky Racoon's rise is tied to a deeper problem. Many fans say his content gradually slipped, shifting away from clever trend animations toward material that feels exploitative.
Somebody stop me!
Viewers also criticized how some of his animations included suggestive poses and themes that felt out of place, especially given that much of his audience was younger. As an animator, this actually takes a lot of time, so this is just sad that he is wasting all of his animating skills on this. Though Rocky Racoon amassed millions of subscribers, his view counts no longer match the hype. Where once thousands of fans watched eagerly, now fewer tune in. The signal is clear, something changed, and the audience noticed. But on August 16, 2025, Rocky Racoon would post an apology video addressing the entire situation.
I'm aware that my channel has received a lot of negative exposure due to videos that I made in the past. I would like to apologize for all of those videos. My intention is to entertain everyone with my animations and humor. I'm very lucky to have so many viewers and fans who tune in to watch the videos and characters that I created with my passion for animation. I want to create things that people will love and talk about while making a living, because as an adult you have a lot of responsibilities in life, like rent and bills and family support. There's a lot on my shoulders. As a result, I made some very controversial stuff that was purely for views and money. I was very careless and I didn't think about the consequences, but I know better now. I would never.
Well, only time will tell if he has truly changed. The same can't be said for Eddsworld, which was loved from the very beginning to the heartbreaking end. Ed started uploading in the early 2000s, when YouTube was still young. No fancy tools, no big budget, just imagination and funny humor. His animations were chaotic in the best way possible. Goofy adventures, running gags, and characters that somehow felt real. And soon, Eddsworld wasn't just a show, it became a community.
For several years I realized there was only one choice. I had to travel into the past to kill my past self to spare me from such a grim future.
But that doesn't look very futuristic.
Ed handled animation and direction, Tom brought his unique humor and voice, Matt added that offbeat energy everyone remembers. And then there was Tord, a key part of the team, whose sudden departure became one of Eddsworld's biggest turning points.
I can't believe Tord is leaving. Goodbye. Good luck.
Good riddance.
Together, they built something that felt alive, something that grew up with its audience. But in 2011, everything changed. Ed was diagnosed with leukemia.
And Ed, why are you here?
Because I am ill.
How ill are you, Ed?
Pretty damn ill.
What do you have, Ed?
Acute lymphoblastic leukemia. I'm gonna be...
Even while battling cancer, he kept animating, kept joking, kept creating. He refused to let the illness define him. But in 2012, the unthinkable would happen.
Hey Edheads, we have some bad news.
On the morning of Sunday the 25th of March 2012, Ed Gould passed away after a 6-year-long battle with cancer.
His death broke hearts across the internet, but his friends decided to keep his world alive, and for everyone who loved it. More than a decade later, Eddsworld still stands, not because of profit or fame, but because of love from fans. Ed may be gone, but his world will keep on spinning. While Ed will always be remembered for his animation and art, the same can't be said for ShappysWay, who used his childlike animation style to trick kids. It all began innocently enough, or at least that's how it looked on the surface. ShappysWay burst onto YouTube in July of 2023, with a name that sounded cute, quirky and harmless. His early videos were simple animations, slapstick gags, characters in awkward but funny situations, memes brought to life. At first glance, it seemed like any other rising animator making content for kids. But here's where things take a darker turn, and where the controversy begins. A growing number of viewers and critics began accusing ShappysWay of pushing adult content to children. Shappy isn't a kids animator, he literally has an NSFW Patreon. It isn't actually meant for kids. Videos that initially looked like innocent kids fare would sneak in sexual jokes, suggestive poses, or dialogue that felt way beyond bedtime story level.
Alright, so here's how you're gonna defend dropping the soap. Once you bend down, when they come in, you're gonna reach for one of the leg back here. Grab, pull, sit back, close the curtain, okay? And then from here, you know you're gonna get your revenge, man. Because sometimes you gotta be gay too.
Because of all that, many fans quickly turned into critics. They saw it as exploitation. Others called it hypocritical, presenting as kid-friendly, while clearly catering to older, more mature audiences. While ShappysWay continues to push adult content toward his underage audience. The same can't be said for The Odd Ones Out, a creator known for his honesty and relatability. Let's turn the spotlight to one of the most beloved animators on YouTube, James Rallison, better known as The Odd Ones Out. He began drawing webcomics under the name The Odd Ones Out on Tumblr back in 2012, and on August 30, 2014, he launched his YouTube channel and started posting animated story videos, sharing his life experiences, awkward moments, and humorous observations.
I grew up in a generation where smartphones were a new thing and everyone in my class had one, except for me. My parents never got me one because they didn't want me to access the internet on a device that could fit in my pocket because they were super strict and didn't want me looking at internet stuff, which backfired horribly. So they never...
People instantly connected with him. His honesty, humor, and storytelling made 20 million subscribers feel like they were listening to a friend. But James didn't stop there. He went beyond YouTube and wrote his own book, The Odd Ones Out, How to Be Cool and Other Things I Definitely Learned From Growing Up, which became a bestseller.
Mr. James, is it true that you wrote a book?
Oh, that thing? Yes, the rumors are true. One afternoon, I was just thinking to myself, why aren't I a published author yet? So I just jotted down some notes and doodles, and then I thought, you know, people should pay money for this.
He would later work on a board game called Can't Catch Harry, and also release his mobile game shortly after, The Odd Ones Out, Let's Bounce. But his biggest announcement came on June 23rd of 2022, when he revealed to his fans that he'd be getting his own Netflix show.
But today's the day I'm finally allowed to tell you that we're making a Netflix show. We, meaning the entire team of amazing and talented people who worked on this show in every department, who consistently improved the quality with everything they did.
The series, titled Oddballs, ran for 2 seasons and was positively received by fans. This man's dedication from being a college dropout to now having his own Netflix series is incredible. But through it all, the odd ones out stayed true to himself, funny, relatable, and completely wholesome. The same, however, can't be said for YouTube animator Alex Clark, who went on to betray the trust of a fellow creator. Alex Clark, once one of YouTube's most promising animators, started his channel It's Alex Clark back in 2009. But it wasn't until a few years later that he really started to gain attention. At first, his videos were simple funny skits, juggling clips, bits of stand-up comedy, and early attempts at storytelling. But when he shifted to animation, everything changed. His light-hearted stories about growing up, awkward relationships, and funny life lessons quickly began to spread. Videos like My Hot Babysitter Got Me in Trouble and My Sister in Real Life went viral, pulling in millions of views and helping him build a loyal fan base.
My sister never tricked me into jumping off a building, but she did pull nasty pranks on me all the time. And it would generally result in me chasing her around the house. Now before we continue with the video, let me talk.
By the late 2010s, Alex Clark had become one of the biggest names in the animation community, crossing millions of subscribers and collaborating with other popular creators. For a while, everything seemed perfect, but that success wouldn't last forever. The turning point came with the Jaden Animations face reveal drama. Back in 2016 during VidCon, Jaden was still keeping her face private. During the event, Alex decided to film a vlog featuring several creators, but in the process, he captured Jaden's face on camera.
We're looking for Jaden. We're gonna do a face reveal. We didn't find Jaden, but we found her biggest fan. How long have you been following Jaden for?
She reportedly asked him to send her the footage first, so she could blur it out before it went public.
Can we edit my face out? I'm actually not that comfortable with it. And they're like, yeah. I was like, I'll edit it myself. I edited it all. It took a couple hours and I sent it back. And then he's like, I think I'm gonna put the one with your face up.
Why?
And I was like, oh, okay.
But instead, Alex uploaded the video uncensored, revealing her face to the internet, something she clearly never wanted. The community didn't take it lightly. Fans accused Alex of betraying Jaden's trust for views. Jaden even explained why she doesn't want her face seen to Alex, and dude ignored it. What made it worse was that he stayed silent for years, never publicly apologizing or addressing the issue until much later, long after the damage was done. Many saw it as one of YouTube Animation's biggest betrayals, not just a simple mistake, and after that, his views were never the same, dropping far from the millions he once pulled in. While Alex Clark betrayed the trust of a fellow animator, the same can't be said for Haminations, who continues to be loved and supported by his audience. Now let's talk about someone who represents the complete opposite of drama, a creator who's built his channel on positivity, humor, and pure fun. Haminations, whose real name is Bryson, started his YouTube channel on February 21, 2017, and like many animators, his early videos were simple basic drawings, funny childhood stories, and everyday experiences told in his cheerful, energetic style.
My mom decided to help one of her friends by babysitting her 39 children at our house. And to make it worse, one of the kids had a huge crush on me. She would follow me around and stuff, and I did not like her back. I tried to get away from her by going downstairs, but when I got down there, I saw all of the children were down there and they were trashing our freaking basement.
What made Haminations stand out wasn't flashy animation or over-the-top humor, it was his personality. With over 8 million subscribers, his fun storytelling, quick jokes, and high-energy delivery made his videos genuinely entertaining to watch.
Brayden would bother me, and to blow off steam, I would bother Brenner. What a healthy brother dynamic. Hurt people, what can I say? Am I right?
Bryson has also been open about his growth deficiency, something that could have held him back. But instead, he turned it into part of his story. Rather than hide it, he talks about it openly.
I'm a big boy now. Hi, I'm Bryson, and I look younger than I actually am. I'm 20 now, and I look like I'm 15, so whenever I tell someone my age, it goes like this. What? No way are you 20? You look and sound way younger. Stop lying.
Even with his growth defect, he uses humor and honesty to motivate others who might be facing similar challenges. While Haminations remains loved by his audience, the same can be said for Nutshell Animations, who ended up lying to his fans. Now, let's turn our attention to one of the most criticized animators on YouTube, Nutshell Animations. Since launching his channel on June 18, 2018, Nutshell Animations has grown rapidly, amassing over 10.6 million subscribers. While posting content which seemed simple, fast-paced, meme-style animations, packed with viral sounds, trending audio clips, and quick edits designed to grab attention in seconds. But behind the slick, fast-paced animations, serious problems began to surface. Many in the animation community accused him of exploiting his animators, reportedly paying them as little as $50 per video, often leaving out proper credit and not actually animating anything himself. I was an animator for Nutshell for about a year, being paid just $6 an hour, never being credited, and forgetting to pay for weeks. His overall work pipeline is all messy and unfair. Critics also pointed out the repetition and lack of originality, the same trending audios, the same formulas, and almost no creative growth in his content.
Things like, fun fact, they literally pay animators to animate for them. These animations aren't theirs. Which in and of itself isn't really a big deal. Like, sure, it's kind of scummy to, steal an audio and then on top of that, do none of the work and have other people do it for you. I agree, it's scummy, but what really kind of shocked me, and again raised the red flag, wasn't necessarily that he was paying for animations, but more for the fact that I did not see any kind of credits given to said animators.
Even though Nutshell Animations now gives credit to his animators, many of his subscribers still can't seem to forgive him. I used to love their videos, not anymore because every time I get them on my YouTube shorts, I immediately scroll away. Even though he started off as a simple animator, his lies and exploitation eventually made him one of the most hated animation channels on the platform.